Welcome back to the fastest 3 hours of news talk. Veteran broadcast journalist, commentator, host, and content editor of JaneUnchained.com, Jane Velez-Mitchell joins us again. Jane, a new survey conducted by Operation Rescue of the abortion facilities in the U.S. confirmed that the abortion clinic closure trend continued in 2014. 73 abortion facilities shut down for all or part of the year. Total number of remaining abortion clinics in the U.S., 739. Now, there will be people who will say this is wrong, this leads to more unsafe abortions every single year. Yet as I look at a lot of the numbers, that's just not true, correct?
Here's the big picture on this issue. It's actually because of changing social mores that have destigmatized unwed motherhood. You know, in the early part of the 20th century up to the 50s, 60s, maybe in some cases the 70s, to be a pregnant woman without a husband was considered a scandal and shameful. And guess what? That stigma has gone away. So now when women become pregnant, the idea that they have to go into hiding or they have to give the child up for an adoption or endure a shotgun wedding or get an abortion, that has disappeared because they simply can say to themselves, I'm going to be a single mother. So what you have is the rise of single parenthood. You have the fact that married people are a minority in this country today. So we have a shocking change in social customs, social mores that present a whole new set of problems.
All right, now here comes the new set of problems. And again, I've talked about this many times over the years, single parenthood. You will find a number of people who will say that single parenthood is one of the biggest issues we have in this country and a reason why we have eroding morals, if you will. So many kids that are really in trouble these days because they only have that one parent and you need a two. Now, this is not to go after every single parent. I don't want single parents out there writing us and telling us that we're hammering away at them. But is it not fair to say that there's a lot of evidence that shows that some kids in a single parent home, it's very difficult for them to rise to success?
Well, exactly. That's exactly what I'm saying. So ironically, the pro-life movement has created this new problem of single parenthood. And some are calling it the Bristol-Palin effect. You remember when Sarah Palin was running for vice president, it was revealed that her teenage daughter was pregnant and not married. And instead of saying, well, we're going to take the child away and do something that she considered morally reprehensible, they said, we accept her as she is, and she is an unwed mother, and that's the way it's going to be. And so it's actually being called the Bristol-Palin effect. It's the destigmatization of being an unwed mother. And even the word out of wedlock. When's the last time you've even heard the phrase out of wedlock? So we have now created a whole new social condition that we have to deal with. And you've raised some very important issues. And we really have to look at the social costs of young people, particularly very young women, teenage women, having children that they have no idea how to care for, that they have no idea how to raise because they're children themselves.
Indeed. All right, about a minute left. I wanted to get your comment on this as well. The Uber car sharing service getting a tremendous amount of cases. Women in 2 sexual assaults used Uber in Boston. We have a driver charged with assaulting an unconscious Uber passenger. They're now in a lot of legal issues here trying to figure out how to use this. They're saying that it needs greater customer vigilance. I'm not so sure that that's exactly what I would say is needed here.
Yeah, that's spitting in the face of the customer. It's absolutely outrageous that they responded to this series of alleged sexual assaults involving Uber vehicles by saying, well, you know, here's a checklist. Make sure you're getting into that Uber vehicle. The problem is not that women are getting into the wrong vehicle. The problem is they're getting into Uber vehicles. I can tell you right now, Ed, I, as a woman alone, will not get into an Uber vehicle. If I'm with a group of people, sure. They need to upgrade their background checks. And, ooh, guess what? That's going to cost money, so therefore they might not be as cheap as they were. And so you get what you pay for in the end. So that's the problem. It seemed too good to be true, this whole Uber phenomenon. And for a lot of women who say that they were sexually assaulted in these vehicles, I don't know whether you're talking about the United States or India, but it's these allegations are across the globe now. It was too good to be true.
Absolutely. Jane Velez-Mitchell, always a pleasure. Take care. We'll talk to you again soon.
Thank you, Ed. Thanks for having me.
Coming up next, telling it like it is, that wonderful world of clean American sportsmanship right here.